Hey, what's going on, everybody? So in this video, I'll be going over Bitcoin and Bitcoin with PCE. So just getting straight into it, I have the 2 week chart pulled up on both of these just to have a bigger picture look on it. Um, so yeah, and as so starting off, these red zones are the bear market drawdowns, bear market drawdown, bear market drawdowns, and then the green is the bull market, right? And this white zone I have is when Bitcoin reached the previous all-time high in that cycle and broke through, right? So it's just a white zone. And then over here on PCE, I have a green zone here starting at 1 up to 1.3. And this zone signifies kind of going long, okay? And then this red zone is going short, and this orange zone is just kind of chop. It's in the middle, right? But these white zones here I have are matched up in the time frame of the white zones on Bitcoin here on the left side when it went through its parabolic phase, really like its last phase of the bull market. Okay. And we can see here that the first time around, I have it back up in 2016 to 2018, 2017 bull market. Um, we chopped around on PCE between 1.24 and 0.74. Okay. We came into the long zone, and then we also just mainly chopped in the orange zone for a while. Okay. And then the second white zone we have, PCE was actually chopping around mainly in the shorting zone. Okay, so anybody who's trying to short here, depending on when they're shorted Bitcoin, they probably got railed, right? Unless they shorted at like 64K and sold closed their short at like 30s or 40s, maybe 50s, obviously, too. Anything under 64K, they would have done fine. But eventually, obviously, Bitcoin came and swiped a high a little bit. So, you know, and then right now, Bitcoin is currently consolidating all time high levels. Okay, so zooming in a little bit, on the 2 week chart, we are literally just consolidating between the wick of the previous all time high and the candle close of the previous all time high. Bitcoin candles are just pretty much closing in between this, and we're having wicks to the bottom side and the top side of the previous all time high candle wick and close. Okay, so if we get a definitive um, candle to close above 68,997, right, into this white zone, okay, we're probably going to look for higher on a 2 week time frame. Likewise, if we have a 2 week candle to close under 63K, well, we're probably going to look for lower. Okay, so that's the bull and the bear case. The bear case is if we get a higher time frame, weekly and mainly 2 week candle closure under 63.3K, the probabilities rise that we can start to look for lower and start to look for 56K again, possibly even break that and go lower. Okay, then maybe this was a top or a more definitive top for a longer period, right? But if we get a candle closure above 63 or 68,997 on the 2 week, well, we can likely look for higher. Okay. Then going back to the PCE over here, it's possible that PCE starts to range between 0.96 and 0.71 for a while. Okay, just bouncing between the red and the orange zone, while possibly Bitcoin gets above all-time highs and starts breaking to new all-time highs, going in its last phase, which is the parabolic phase of the bull market. Okay, just like before. PCE chopped around and Bitcoin ripped. All right. And I know that PCE is equities, it's put to call ratio. But PCE does have a somewhat good correlation to Bitcoin, especially when PCE is above one. When PCE is above one, it's usually in a bull market, right, in a bullish trend, it's a good time to look for longs. Okay. Like if we go February 27th, you would have gotten Bitcoin at, 22,000. We go to December 5th, you would have gotten Bitcoin at 16.7K. If you would have gone September 12th, you would have gotten Bitcoin at 18.8K. Right? Those are the last times. All right, this one over here, October 9th, 2023, you would have gotten Bitcoin at 30K, pretty much. Right? And it just goes on. There's a good correlation. Back in February 18th, 2020, you would have gotten Bitcoin at 8.6K. Yeah, you had that black swan event with COVID. It went down to 3.8K. But ultimately, if you held your position from February 18th, 2020, you would have rode an 8K Bitcoin all the way up to 64K potentially. Okay. And it just goes on. Right. Likewise to the downside, this red zone. Um, it's not going to be the best because it's kind of like RSI. When RSI on Bitcoin is oversold, it gives great on higher time frames. It gives great buy signals or buy areas, so to say. But when RSI is overbought, it's not a good signal to go short. You know, not all the time, unless you have divergences. It's usually not a good signal to go short. So I would take the red with a grain of salt and the green with more. I don't want to say certainty, but certainty. That's the word I can. That's the only word I can think of. Right for PCE. So that's why I have it pulled up against Bitcoin because there is some correlation here. Right now, I'm going to move Bitcoin over more. Put PCE to the side here, and I'm going to pull up Market Cipher. Now, what do we see here on Market Cipher for the past 3 cycles? Well, when Bitcoin money flow went from red to green, it here, I'm going to pull up this. So when Bitcoin money flow went from red to green, and did it here back in May 9th, 2016, Bitcoin was at $409. To the top, it went up it went up 4,650% to almost 20K, right? That was 574 days. Okay. The next time, Bitcoin money flow in the 2 week went from red to green. Bitcoin went from just about like 10K up to, that 68K, 69K. That was a 573% gain in 238 days. Now, Bitcoin money flow went from red to green back in September 25th, 2023, Bitcoin was at the price of 26.3K. Now, considering diminishing returns, we'll just do like about half or 60% of last time, 573%. If we go around like 280%, we can hit 100K. Okay. If we go to 100, I'm curious about 120K because 120K is a Fibonacci level right around there. So 120K, 121K would be 359%. And that could be sometime this year, right? The first time was 574 days. If we go 500 something days, well, that could put us sometime around March 2025, 238 days. We already, I mean, it's possible we could have topped, right? With diminishing returns too. That's possible. But in my opinion, I don't think so. I'll get into another reason why. Right, so if we take 574, 238, I'll just do that mean really quick. 574, 238 divided by 406 days. So if we go 406 days out, maybe close to, let's say 120K. I know that's a Fibonacci level. That will put us November 18th, 2024. So again, this year, end of the year, potentially we could have a top in Bitcoin in this last phase of the bull cycle, this parabolic phase that there's a high probability that we do get. Right. Another reason why I think that will come instead of breaking to the downside from here, from this range, is because the 2-week stochastic is at what, negative 100, right? It's a reset pretty much. And it could stay down here for a little bit, another couple weeks. That's, yeah. But it's reset. That's the point. Volatility is pretty much reset. VWAP is negative 2.87. It's reset. Momentum waves on the 2-week haven't crossed 100. There's no bearish divergence. Money flow in the 2-week is still pointed up, and it's only at 14.65. Right? If we go look at previous cycle tops on the 2-week, well, for Bitcoin, the cycle top in 2017 happened at a level of 108, so above the 100 level, right? Can I delete this thing? There we go. Okay. So right here, that was the 2017 top. If we go back to the 2013 top, again, it happened at 118 level, above 100. Okay. Back in 2021, we had the first top of the cycle, right? That first top, people say that was the actual top. If it is or wasn't, who fucking cares? It's on chart. Above 100. It will happen at 105, 106. And then the second top made a bearish divergence. Okay, it made a bearish divergence, and that confirmed the top there. That double top kind of little sweep of the high with a bearish divergence. Okay, and now this time around, is it possible that we don't have to go above 100? Of course, but history usually rhymes. So I'll take the bet that this goes over 100 again. All right, and money flow, well, back in 13 was at a level of what, 57, 58. 2017 to 2018, money flow was at a level of 68. 2021, money flow was at a level of 36. So I can take a quick little mean here. 128. So level 56, possibly, that money flow could go up to. That's the average. Um, so if money flow could come up to a level of around 58 potentially, or make a lower high and go to like somewhere between 30 to 40. Right? It is still pointing up, so the trend is still up for money flow until proven otherwise. And view up is negative, stochastic on the 2 week is reset, and momentum waves on the 2 week look like they want to print a green dot soon. All right, if Bitcoin can start to close above key levels, a green dot will print, right? And that could potentially be the green dot to bring us above 100 and make Bitcoin price action, go up higher in this last phase of the Bitcoin cycle, of the crypto cycle, which is the parabolic phase, right? In this white zone. All right. So, with that being said, guys, uh, Bitcoin is still bullish, right? Until proven otherwise. And that scenario would be closures of under 63.3K, right? That will be the first sign of weakness. And closures under 60K, 56K. Okay, well, on a higher time frame basis, yeah, something more fishy is going on, more scary. Maybe a top could have been put in at 73. But if we start to get closures above 68.9K on the higher time frame basis, and the 2 week chart is as bullish as it looks, and this cycle is still intact like this, well, Bitcoin 100K plus is a fucking magnet. It's inevitable. And all the bear tards are fucking bunch of soy idiots. So, yeah. With that being said, guys, peace out. Thank you, and see you in the next one. Peace.